morning to the hay, all you sports fans out there in the tubosphere. To you, the individual, as part of the collective. Welcome to Fast Track Sports Rack, it's your on-talk radio version of the OMSR. I am your brief but very concise host, Will, the alternative ESPN Sports Thrill. Always do a little show like this. Let you know the clip order coming up and the whys to wherefores. So pay attention. This is done in 4 parts. This is the baseline show, so you know all the other segments. Talking Week 10 Major League highlights. So the rare infield home run, Colorado, Arizona. And have the wheels come off the Verlander bus as opposed to Volkswagen, part 1. In part 2, got the A's and the Yankees and Tanaka on fire. The pitcher they doled out a lot of dough for. Looks like he's worth every penny. And then you got Miami going to Tampa Bay, sort of ruining the Rays. Tribute to Don Zimmer. That was the last club he was with. Thanks to Giancarlo Stanton's hitting, Miami turned things around as opposed to from this time last year. And then in part 3, here's the money ball. The A's and the Orioles, all kinds of stuff going on there. Hit by pitch, trying to steal home, being thrown out at home, extra innings, good stuff going on there. And then Seattle going to Tampa Bay. This time around, they break their losing slump. So this year, it's looking like 10 in a row is the number so far, matched by the Red Sox and the Rays. Part 4, you got Cleveland and Texas, both sides exhibiting some bad base running. One due to lack of effort, and another one due to the change of rules there at home plate. No more tackle baseball type deal. And then a profile of National League West, the Giants and Dodgers battling it out. We'll see if things hold pack. Quickie Sport Rant's going to be about why does the OMSR have to break up all these Major League highlights into so many parts. We'll get to that. The YouTube sports curriculum, as it applies to now, how it's changed from 3 years ago. In the meantime, roll clips.
Justin Verlander. The woes continue for one of the highest paid pitchers in the game. What happened? All that more on Baseball Tonight. Let's go. Baseball Tonight is presented by Lexus. Here's what's happening in baseball right now. The Diamondbacks and the Rockies. Bronson Arroyo dealing to Troy Tulowitzki. And Tulo does it again.
When he's in that ballpark, it's like he's in his backyard playing wiffle ball. I tell you, he just loves hitting there.
He might hit 400.
It's nice to see him. Great to see him healthy.
9-6 for the Diamondbacks. Then the 8th, Brandon Barnes sends this shot to center. You see it take a funny bounce, and Barnes is just going to get on his horse and motor all the way around the base.
Send him all the way.
That's not the kind of home run you expect to see in that ball.
Where's the right fielder at right there?
Good speed. 9-7 right now. The top of the 9th will keep you updated on that. Great to have you here on the program. Eric Wedge, Keith Long. When you really need a ratings boost, you're bringing this guy, Rick Sutherland, our ace.
I'm just glad you got your voice back, man. You scared me there early.
I feel like an opera singer going up and down. We bring Rick in here for the ratings boost, just like you were bringing an ace.
Yeah,
and
for the hype. That's what I'm here for.
And the Tigers are wondering what's happened to one of their aces, and Justin Verlander, as those issues continue, facing the Toronto Blue Jays. Top of the 4th, Tigers are up 2-0, and it's Jose Bautista hitting the...
How did I know we'd start off with the Blue Jays tonight, guys? How did I know?
I'm trying to put my input here in the rundown. Austin Jackson, Torrey Hunter, miscommunication. Hunter charged the air, Bautista gets to 2nd, and then 3 batters later, Verlander walks Brett Lawrie, bases loaded.
I tell you what, watching that, it was almost like Verlander tried too hard to pick up his teammates. He didn't want that run to score, and the next thing you know, not only did that score, but a couple of others.
Deanna Navarro, base hit, Tiesto scores, Jays cut the lead to 1. Bases still loaded, then it's Eric Kraft, sharp runner left, Blue Jays up 3-2.
Well, they found the hole right there. I mean, when things are going south, they're going south. You don't catch a break. You're not hitting the ball at the fielders, and that's the kind of inning we're dealing with right here.
Anthony goes for ground on the double play, but Verlander gives him 3 runs in the inning. To the top of the 6th, the game tied at 3. Verlander struggling to command the strike zone. He walks Adam Lind, and then it's Juan Francisco.
You know, and it's not only Justin Verlander struggling for this year, but it really goes back to a year ago. He was just a game over 500 and had, for him, kind of a mediocre ERA around 3.5. that has continued to trend in a worse direction thus far this season.
You're right. This is not a recent move. Francisco's 10th home run of the season, then Lowry, 10th home run. Verlander, 7 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs. The Blue Jays on offense, formidable again.
Verlander now the worst ERA of all 5 starters on the Tiger staff. He has as many walks this season as Porcello and Smiley combined.
That is crazy to think of a guy who was an MVP and a Cy Young Award winner just a few seasons ago. The Blue Jays continue to roll. 19-4 in their past 23 games, going from 3.5 games back in the AL East to 5.5 games up over that span. As for Verlander, he offered this self-diagnosis.
I fell out of rhythm. You know, it's kind of something the last couple starts, and I talked to Jeff about it a little bit. You know, I've been working on a mechanical adjustment, and I think the results stuff-wise are all positive. But with those mechanical adjustments, you know, sometimes you fall out of whack a little bit. I'm still encouraged. You know, I think the last 2 starts, my stuff has been much better than it has been. And I feel like I've kind of turned the corner. I know the results don't speak for that today at all.
Opponents are hitting .269 against Verlander, which would be the worst mark of his career. He is striking out just 16% of hitters he's facing, which would be the lowest since 2006, and this could be just the 2nd time in his career an ERA over 4. Rick, what have you seen out of Verlander?
You know, I totally agree with what he said to begin with there, that the stuff is back. But you think about the Tigers losing 5 in a row. You think about the fact that 4 of his last 5 starts, he's allowed 5 earned runs or more. It started right off with the defensive play right there. Obviously, the ball should have been made. Then he started overthrowing to me. Look at the location there. This is not the Justin Verlander that we saw winning the Cy Young and the MVP. The breaking ball was elevated. He was not able to command the changeup. But the one thing about it that impressed me, and to me, says that Justin Verlander is going to turn the corner here shortly. All of a sudden, the stuff was back. The late break to that curveball was there, and more importantly, the velocity. Once you start getting that arm speed back and you start getting comfortable that you're back to where you're supposed to be, then in between starts you start working on that command, you throttle it back a little bit, and you start regaining that confidence I feel like he needs right now.
Well, I don't think that ERA is going to end up over 4 when it's all said and done. As Rick mentioned, he was doing some things mechanically that are going to help him get back on track. You saw the sharp breaking ball. You saw the velo back. But he was a little bit out of sync. When you make an adjustment, it just doesn't come back right away. I mean, Rick was a #1 with multiple teams. I mean, Verlander's their #1, and that's the way he thinks, and that's the way he should think, and he will be back. I think he's heading in the right direction.